Hey guys, Zack here, and this is my review of One Piece Season 1, Episode 5. So, the episode leaves off exactly where we thought it did. It left off exactly where the last one does, and it's kind of interesting, because Nami has a bit of character development here, kind of, sort of. So, after Luffy falls from the bird and lands between Nami and the pirates, Nami decides to take the opportunity and run with it. So she claims that Luffy is her boss, which is a lie at this point in the series, although she does eventually join them later as their navigator, but not right now. She lies and says that her boss is here to save her, then runs off, and Luffy is hungry, so he's not really taking it too seriously. But the pirates try to attack him, but they make the mistake of punching Luffy's hat and knocking it off his head, which just flings Luffy into a rage, and he just decimates them all with like his gum pistol punch. Nami, seeing all this, offers to get Luffy some lunch, and that her primary goal is to get 100 million berries, which is apparently the currency for this world? I don't know. It's interesting. But she reveals that she might be close with her map that she stole to the Grand Line. And after realizing that she's a really good navigator, Luffy tries to recruit her, only to find out that she hates pirates. And then she realizes that she can probably try and figure out a plan to get rid of Luffy and still get the chart. So she volunteers to walk him up to Buggy on the grounds that he's tied up, and you kind of see where this is going, don't you? Yeah, she betrays Luffy when she gets there and throws him on the ground, and decides to join Buggy's crew-ish. She's not actually part of his crew, but she does try to do some infiltration and take the map from Buggy. But as it turns out, Buggy has a devil fruit power, which we don't exactly see till the second half here a little bit. But Buggy does have a devil fruit power, which is shown in in a fight later on. But he actually does, and it's rumored what his power is, but never actually stated. All we know is that the crew is terrified of him because of his power. But anyway, Buggy decides to throw a feast for Nami in celebration of her joining the crew, and then proceeds to give a demonstration of one of his special Buggy balls, which are special cannonballs that can like decimate half a city with a single explosion. It's really dangerous, really dangerous. So yeah, and then he decides, as a test to prove that Nami is really loyal to him, decides to aim the cannon at Luffy, who is in a cage, by the way, put another Buggy ball in the cannon, and asks Nami to basically pull the trigger. And this puts Nami in an interesting situation, because on the one hand, if she doesn't, she'll be killed. On the other hand, if she does kill Luffy, then she's no better than the pirates. And she also reveals that the reason she hates pirates so much after this is that she doesn't really like pirates because they killed someone important to her. And then as she's hesitating to light the trigger for the thing, she's hesitating to light the fuse. Luffy gives her a pep talk about how going into a situation with no real resolve is kind of stupid, and points out that a pirate's resolve should be to be willing to put your life on the line. And she does after somebody snatches the matches from her and tries to light the fuse, which she succeeds. But she pulls out a bow staff, a little collapsible bow staff from a little pocket below her skirt, and just pulls it out, knocks the guy in the head, and then fights off the pirates. But then, upon realizing that the cannon is still lit, tries to stop it with her hands and succeeds. It puts it out, but it hurts her terribly. And then Buggy orders his pirates to kill Nami flashily, until it works, and they all rush her at once until Zoro shows up, who saw the initial Buggy Ball go off and fights off all the pirates. And then Nami realizes that he's part of Luffy's crew and came to save him, which kind of doesn't work out, because I'll get into that later. So Buggy decides to fight Zoro single-handedly, because Buggy is very adamant about fighting Zoro. Zoro chops him up into pieces, and for a moment everybody's just shocked, but then the pirates start laughing, even though Nami and Luffy's crew think that Buggy is dead, but he's not dead. And that's where his devil power comes in. It turns out Buggy ate what is referred to in the dub as the chop chop fruit. I don't know what the actual name is, but it's referred to as the chop chop fruit in the anime, so that's what I'm gonna call it. He ate the chop chop fruit, which basically allowed him to be cut up into pieces without getting hurt, and he can control the pieces freely, and actually demonstrates this by stabbing Zoro in the back while his back is turned. Because Zoro put away his weapon, thinking he had finished off Buggy for good, but that was a lie, and Buggy actually stabs him in the back with a knife. And Luffy is upset by this a lot, and tells Buggy that stabbing him in the back is cheating, and then calls him a big-nosed freak, which upsets Buggy. Buggy flings his arm and his hand and wrist at Luffy with a knife in hand, but Luffy just catches the knife in his mouth and breaks it with his teeth, and then states that he will kick Buggy's ass. And then Luffy tells Zoro to run. Zoro does run, but he fakes it out and goes back to the cannon, flips it over, aims it at Buggy's crew, and Nami lights the cannon, and that's where the episode ends. Okay, there's not a lot in this episode, but it's a very good one. It's a very simple episode, which I like. But it also establishes that there can be that there are multiple varieties of devil fruit, and that Buggy uses his to control his team with an iron fist. And those Buggy Balls are interesting, because the Buggy Balls basically, it's like they can basically destroy an entire city block with a single shot, and they're very dangerous, and I'm not entirely comfortable with Buggy having one of those. Yeah, but the main reason that Luffy and Buggy come to blows, even though Luffy is tied up and in a cage, the main reason they come to blows is because they both think they can become king of the pirates, even though Luffy is dead set on becoming the actual king of the pirates, and claims that Buggy is just a wannabe, which is the main reason why they get into a fight and why he tries to have Luffy killed. But Luffy is kind of dangerous on his own, because he claims that they actually make a joke out of this. Luffy makes a claim that Buggy is a monster because he ate a devil fruit that basically makes him invincible, and then it points a little tag at him that says "rubber person." It's funny. Trust me, it's funny, and it's like oh, chop chop person. Does that mean he's a monster? Little tag, rubber person. And it's just hilarious. Yeah. Also, don't touch Luffy's hat, apparently. That's a surefire way to get yourself killed. But yeah, I'm interested to see how Nami actually winds up joining the Straw Hat Pirates. Because let's be honest, that's kind of their whole motif, is that their leader has a straw hat, and the straw hat was the was given to Luffy as a promise that he will become king of the pirates, and then Luffy has to return it to him after that. But yeah, it's interesting to see how Nami will join Luffy's crew, and I'm excited to see that, but we probably won't see that for a couple of episodes. So for now, if you guys did in fact like this episode, what did you guys think? Let's get a discussion going in the comments down below or over on my Discord server, link in the description as always. And until next time, thank you guys so much for watching this episode. If you liked it, hit that like and that subscribe button. Also be sure to follow me on Facebook and on Twitter in the description below. And until next time, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.